Do you like free tools for music production? I know who doesn't, right? So for this video I want to share 3 of my latest favorite max4live devices that I use for Rominimal production, which are simple and straightforward to use, right? One device is great for creating quick and easy bass lines within just a few seconds. Another one can create evolving sequences for us, and the third one is a helping hand to stick and focusing on the work at hand, and creates a kind of subtle pressure to actually perform the music writing rather than checking the phone and whatnot, so being distracted, right? Does this sound good to you? Let's jump in. Hey friends, Solano here from roughingstudio.com. Now, if you want to pair the bassline that we create in this video with the customizable, highly customizable kick, I recommend downloading my soft but snappy Rominimal Ableton Live Kick Template. It's inspired by a lot of Romanian artists like Petre Inspirescu, Barac, and so on, right? So basically you don't need to search for the perfect kick sample anymore because you have this handy tool at hand. You can create your very own kicks, right? Because who doesn't know about this problem? You have a kick, a sample, and then you add a bass line maybe, or vice versa, and on some level the kick doesn't fit the whole track anymore, so you need to find either another sample, or with this simple template you basically can just pitch it up or adjust it a tiny little bit, making it a little bit shorter. So it's a quick fix and you really don't need to search for perfect samples, kick samples anymore. So if this sounds good to you, go and grab it. It's completely for free. Just click the link below in the description and then you get it shipped to your inbox. Thanks. Now let's jump over to Ableton Live, and first I will explain the tools, what they can do for us in our Rominimal production game, and then second I do some jamming with this bassline tool and with the other tool that I mentioned. And yeah, hope you like it, hope this inspires you. As always, keep it as an advice buffet. You just pick what you like, and yeah, now let's jump over. Okay, I want to talk about 3 different max4live devices that I stumbled over. So number one is Plug, I guess it's called. And it's basically a little free max4live device that can create kind of nice basses, I would say. Listen to this quickly. If we quickly mute that and insert just a new one, works. Right? Make it a little bit louder for you. We kind of have this little acoustic kind of bass line, and we did just so within a few seconds, minutes, I don't know, but very quickly I would say. Play with that, right? Yeah, and this little max4live device is basically yeah, based on Karplus Strong Synthesis, which should imitate some acoustic instruments, some string instruments, and yeah, that's what it does for us. What I would do, honestly, I would just jam around and record everything into audio, and then cut out the good stuff, and within, yeah, just jamming like I did before, and then I think you get a nice sounding bass line out of this jam very quickly. Okay, so that's the first tool. Then the next tool is Gen Step 16. So basically this is a step sequencer that it evolves over time by itself, right? So it's kind of random, and I'm not sure if I found a manual about that. Yeah, honestly, I opened this Gen Step the first time, but I think these results, yeah, I can work with, and I think you can experiment with this as well. So this is tool number 2. Number 1, again, plug, which is a Karplus Strong Synthesis plugin, great for basses. Number 2, Gen Step for generating random notes and evolving sequences and whatnot. And then number 3 is so simple. It's laughable, but it's a timer, right? Stupid timer, and it calls Pomodoro. Now, there's actually a book about Pomodoro technique, and the Pomodoro technique basically says that you work for 20 minutes with hyperfocus. You're just focusing on one task, and then after that 20 minutes you take a 5-minute break, and then you make another chunk of 20 minutes or whatnot. And there is a book about this specific technique, and it should help to work more efficiently, right, for a specific task. And someone, yeah, adapted this to music production, and I really like that. So here you can type in your work. Let's just experiment with 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes the actual playback stops. So it stops the Ableton session, right? You are really kind of forced to work rather than listen to the loop in repeat mode, because you see the timer, right? Personally, I work better when I have some certain pressure, and this certainly creates some pressure, and I like to work in 30-minute chunks, and this is a great guidance, I would say. So if you have, let's say, 30 minutes minimum writing time a day, just type in 30 minutes or 60 minutes, whatever it is, and then go with that, right? So if you do that 30 minutes a day, and then the timer runs off, you already did your homework, you are fine, and then you can do something else, right? So for me, that's the case. Let's finish. And then you get this tone, right? And now take a break and then come back. That's really, I found it a really helpful tool. So simple, but so effective in my opinion, because it sits straight in the session itself. I don't need to have excuses to not have my phone next to me. I have it straight in my session itself, so I can put my phone away. I don't have any distraction, and yeah, I think this works great. Now let's jump over to some jams maybe with this plug here. I did some jamming and recording. Okay, to sum this up very quickly, number one, plug a Karplus Strong based synthesizer, bassline delivery tool, and I like to pair it, as you saw, with envelope follower, or maybe you can also experiment with the LFO, right? Next thing, Jam 16, which is a evolving sequencer, so basically you can create evolving sequences by itself. Yeah, I don't need to explain that because I have no clue how it works. No, but really, I just experiment. It's basically self-explanatory, but yeah, you can choose the interval where a new sequence is introduced and evolves from there. And then last but not least, great efficiency hack, I would say, which is the Pomodoro timer here, right into the session on my master channel, so I have it handy. I always opt for 30 minutes. So when I sit down, I simply hit start and then I work straight for 30 minutes. Yeah, just producing. And when that is over, I take a break, and then afterwards I maybe come back, or depends on the session, I leave it, right? But I try to stick to 30 minutes every day, so a minimum. So yeah, this is a great helping hand to stick to that. Yeah, hope this helps. Now, next steps, maybe just experiment with some of those, maybe one of those 3 max4live devices. Maybe you struggle to make basslines. If this is the case, maybe try this plug out. Maybe you struggle with sticking to a daily writing routine. Maybe try this timer Pomodoro technique out. Maybe you have trouble by writing sequences, whatnot, or evolving an idea that is already there. Maybe try this Jam 16. So basically you have sort of different tools for different tasks involved in a micro and in a macro view, point of view, if you scope out a little bit in order of music production. That hopefully helps you out. Yeah, thanks for your time, thanks for your attention, and hope to see you in another video. And yeah, that's it. Cheers, bye bye.